Why everyone hates Wendy Ortiz. Yo, let's get straight to it.
Own advantage.
Yeah, that's what he did with the subs.
That's what I'm saying.
And Wendy Ortiz has recently been under a lot of hot water, and it's not even because of anything she's doing in particular, but more of her fan base that a bunch of people are apparently afraid of. Crazy enough, she isn't even a veteran when it comes to streaming, at least on Twitch. A lot of people from the WRL community.
Yeah, she's new. The thing about Wendy Ortiz is that she has a very big cult like TikTok audience. So it just transferred so well for streaming. I think she had like 20K that night, bro.
Probably found her out due to DDG. And unfortunately for her,
he introduced her.
The person that brought her into here is also going to be somebody that's bringing her downfall, with her most recent fallout literally being with him and him taking a jab at her audience, saying that they're going to be the reason she's not going to be able to get any collabs.
I agree. I feel like a lot of people, even before that situation, they feel like they have to walk on eggshells around her, because the moment that you're not in the good graces, that's when they get on your head. But I'm not gonna lie though, her community was instigating that night. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of the hate is not even directed because of her. It just literally is because of her fan base, bro. It was all a reaction to them.
But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so why don't we start from the very beginning with who even is Wendy Ortiz for anyone that's unaware, and why are so many people hating on her?
Yeah, what's her origin, bro?
But also fearing her all at the same time.
That girl's fan base.
That girl's?
Damn.
What?
It's just.
I mean, she didn't mean it like that. That girl's fan base. She was talking about you. She didn't even. What do you mean that? Huh? How do you get offended by that girl? If she would have said that bitch, then I feel like, damn, like, yo, what you mean? That girl's fan base, like, obviously they were instigating in the chat. Bro, they were telling Raya to go into the room and look for Wendy because they wanted to see problems. Crazy how all this could be solved with a phone call. That's literally how it always is in the streamer game, bro. Literally. All of this streamer drama, all it takes is one phone call. Deadass, every single time.
That girl is just mad she didn't win. Ooh. And then earlier she was like, oh, TikTok's trying to pin us against each other. That's you.
If you want to skip around at any timestamps below in the description and in the comments section. Wendy Ortiz, as I said earlier, is not a veteran to streaming, but actually pretty new, at least for most.
And then guess what? I think they sent her the clip and she wanted to crash. That girl Raya wanted to crash out on Wendy. Oh my God. It's crazy because they could have just had a conversation. Why are they reacting? You know what's funny, bro? They're in the same house, literally 10 feet, maybe 15 feet at most apart from each other. And they're looking at clips of what the other person is saying, reacting to the clip, instead of just walking over to each other and just sorting out their differences, bro. Yeah, a lot of people felt some type of way that Wendy won, but it came down to a Twitch poll. And her audience just came in and showed support. You know what I mean? So it's like she would have won even if she wasn't paired with anybody, because her audience is riding for her. How was that her problem that she won? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like in those circumstances, it's like it got to be like the All-Star game. You know how in the All-Star game they have like America votes, or like the fans vote, and then you have like the people who are like, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been cool if they had some people who are just dedicated, like, voters, you know what I mean? And it all just played a factor or whatever. But it just coming down to the popular vote is crazy.
The WRL community, where she got her start before streaming on places like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, where she boasts a huge following of over 4.1 million people. With that big of a following, you expect to see her doing collabs like crazy, but not really in live streaming until DDG came along, where for me personally, it was the first time I ever saw her in this new era of content creation, that being live streaming. And this also introduced a new fan base, and not only Wendy, but also a new fan base to live streaming, and that fan base could not get enough of what they were seeing. It seemed like Wendy and DDG clips were flying out like crazy, and they were all doing numbers.
Do you care that you're short?
I get to that.
How much deeper can it get?
What you mean by that? But this is, let me see.
I like ugly cute guys. Like they're ugly, but it's cute.
What?
Like a
Kind
pug.
of like you.
I'm ugly.
If you ask me,
what? They got flirt clips. Nah, I see why DDG, like, allegedly, no, DDG had blocked her, bro. Was she catching feelings, bro? Shit, if that's the case, why didn't you just pair up with Didi? Did he not want to? Damn. Nah, bro. People tried to make it seem like, and she tried to make it seem like DDG was just trying to leech off of her when he was doing a lot for her, though.
Good live streamer, even without
she said kind of like you
solo moments, she was still funny and pulling a consistent viewership, not even just on Twitch but on TikTok live when she was going out and doing these things. It seemed like this was going to be a amazing avenue for her as a creator and just a fresh new step into her journey. Unfortunately for Wendy, the good times would not last forever as hardship had to come. That was in the form of drama and beef with a lot of live streamers. It just seemed like once she stepped in the realm of Twitch, a bunch of people wanted to start beefing with her, one of those being the king of Twitch that eventually left, Aiden Ross.
I'm not holding back on Wendy. We are gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
on Wendy,
she said that her fan base was more she said her fan base was better than AR loyals. Boy, them AR loyals, I'm telling you, you don't want smoke. You don't want no smoke, bro. I'm telling you, that's a completely different echo chamber, bro. You don't want to be a part of that.
Really got stabbed 14
But Aiden
times.
said he want to collaborate with her now because he feels like she's misunderstood.
Bro, I don't around when it comes to like that. So Wendy, I got something for you. Don't even worry about it. You and your fat Torta fans can't do. They don't scare me, bro. I don't.
Bro said Torta fans.
Bro. This streaming you're doing. Do you not understand? I'm the Don. Call it cringe. Call however you want. This is my.
For her first known streamer beef to be with Aiden Ross, out of all people, is pretty insane, especially since the most gripes people have with her.
Gang, they're blaming Aiden Ross's community for DDoSing IRL Toolkit. Yes, they are blaming Aiden Ross's community. That's how crazy his fan base is, bro.
Her community is really toxic. So for her first notable...
It's not even toxic. It's just a bunch of old tortas, bro. No disrespect. Whoa, if y'all come across this video, whoa, chill off that hate comment. That's y'all's reputation. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Cool person she had an ordeal with being Aiden, whose community is known for being one of the most toxic communities on any platform, is pretty ironic, and it all started purely because of what happened with Tory Lanez when he unfortunately got stabbed, and her response to it was just that she doesn't feel like anybody should feel bad for Tory Lanez. He's not someone you should feel bad for.
I don't think Tory is like someone you can feel bad for.
All these girls be saying that, bro. And then the funny thing is that whole bodyguard situation came out, and guess what? Nobody's gonna give a fuck. 5 years too late. They're still, that impression is still gonna be left in their mind, whether he didn't do it or whether he did. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying, it's sad that it happened to somebody. That it shouldn't happen to anyone.
Right, his lungs collapsed.
Aiden Ross, seeing a clip of her saying that, got pretty upset and genuinely said he was going to go back and forth with her and slide for his man's Tory because they were actually good friends. Yet it didn't seem like Wendy even cared, because later on a live stream she would speak about Aiden Ross again, literally comparing their fans to each other because he's known for having a toxic community, where she would make the first ever mention.
How the hell do you get a die-hard, tight-knit fan base anyways? I want that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I want that super tight-knit, super core-like fan base.
Any beef that I've seen, at least in the streamer community, of her fans actually being pretty toxic and very supportive of her, regardless of what's happening. And
nah, they ride for her. They do, though.
Your fans could be hers or 10 times worse.
And I will not be speaking about, I don't want to say his name, Aiden Ross.
I don't want to say his name. Proceeds to name drop.
That's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to get everybody's attention, and it's not working out for him. Like, he's literally just crazy, actually. And I don't care if his fans are crazy. My fans are crazier. Fandom versus fandom, bitch. And we're winning. We're like actually winning. And they're trying to say, okay, let me shut up. That they exposed my address and my social security number. So weird, guys. I think he's actually like genuinely, I believe he is misogynistic. Like, I genuinely.
What? Huh? How do you instigate a beef? He responds saying that you don't want smoke, and all of a sudden he's misogynistic. What? You don't even know what that means.
I believe like he hates women so bad. Dochi, me. And he's a Trump supporter.
While I know this isn't the main beef a lot of you clicked on this video for,
What?
I just wanted to show this as a little bit of context. Later on, this beef would end up getting squashed, with Wendy and Aiden Ross actually making up and saying that they are both pretty cool people outside of streaming. But I just wanted to use this as an example to show that Wendy Ortiz is aware of her fan base. So at any point in time, in case you see a clip or I show something, she talks about her fans not being a certain way or might act a little oblivious, she is very much aware of how her fans
This game is hella stimulating.
act and the power she truly has.
That shit is
most
really
content
crazy,
creators
gang.
are, regardless of how they might act or feel. Now in this situation,
Bro said admin. Admin cracked and Wendy got a bag for sure. No way that shit squashed that fast. Bro, this is just petty internet beef, bro. All it takes is one conversation, bro.
overtly being attacked by the AR loyals, to the point of literally talking about getting doxxed, having fear for her life because of the private information they shared, it would make sense why her fans will go out of the way to defend her in this situation. While in her most recent controversy with Playboy Max's Into Deep show appearance, it seems like a lot of her fans were attacking
I'm not gonna lie, bitch. She had a lot of bad clips coming out, bro.
a bunch of people, and it felt like it was for no apparent reason.
But niggas voted for just say for that. Yep.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, you can.
Why is Krishan up here?
He just licking his lips.
I'm confused. Is there a problem with her? Like,
There is a problem with her being here.
I told you. Nigga, that
What-
nigga
what's
cap,
that?
nigga.
y'all got
That's
smoke?
Well, that's just weird.
No, but I'm saying like what? So there's actually other girls here too. There's mad.
No,
girls.
no, of course I know.
So like, do y'all got like smoke?
Well, on the internet, yes.
Okay, so let me talk to you real quick. Can you talk? To
Weird.
us?
For anyone that's unaware
Damn.
of what Into Deep is, Playboy Max's show,
Bro, and then they were like, oh my god, he set her up. It's confirmed. Like, bro, come on, bro.
little rundown. This is a love show that Playboy Max has done before, and this is actually the second version of it. He brings in a couple of guys and girls, most of them being streamers, and basically has them all picked to be a couple, fighting amongst each other to see who can win a cash prize. Pretty simple stuff, and actually really good content. But one part of it is bringing in a new girl on some of the nights. And that
Yeah,
new girl-
they're bringing in, he was bringing in a bombshell. And then they were like, oh my god, it's 100% confirmed that he tried to set her up because he was bringing in her ex. Gang. He brought in Raya for Silky. He was trying to bring in India Love. He kept calling her multiple times to come pull up. What are we talking about? That's the point of the show.
Today happened to be Krishan Rock. Unfortunately, Wendy Ortiz actually had a problem with her over the internet, so when she heard that she was showing up, she actually felt like she was being set
I'm
up.
not gonna lie though, yeah, they did talk about fighting and shit. Like if Krishan was really on that with Wendy, man, she would have fucked her up.
By Playboy Max and went to confront him, which you saw in that clip right there. But it wasn't just her being upset, it was also her fan base, because when this clip made its rounds on Twitter and TikTok, a lot of the comments was Whoa Nation, that being her fans, going crazy and scolding Playboy Max for apparently setting her up and using Wendy for views. Wendy needs to stay around her expanded crowd. Those
Gang. This is actually fucking racist, bro. Wendy need to stay around her Hispanic crowd. These other people like playing with her too much. That's literally racist, gang. And then they were talking about Into Deep is ghetto and ratchet. Y'all haven't even seen the ratchet side of the internet. That was really tame. That was really demure, bro.
other people were like playing with her too much. The look on his face when she first said something that he knew, because a normal person would
How do you know he knew that? You're like, literally, what the fuck are you talking about?
have been like, oh, she wants to be on the show, not looking around. He's trying to act like he don't know. He was trying to—
Bro, ma'am, you are with your husband. Let's get a grip on, y'all are too grown to be, what?
cash in on Krishan whooping Wendy. Wendy says she's scared of her. I don't know why Krishan would want to fight someone who said she's scared of her.
How is he supposed to know that shit? Y'all acting like Max knows Wendy's whole lore. I ain't even know they had beef. He's chronically online. There's no way he didn't know. He went missing for 2 months. This event is his comeback. You can't tell me he didn't know, though. He obviously knows Wendy has clout right now, and it's not like he didn't do any research. Bro, What? If it weren't for DDG, I'm gonna keep it a buck, she probably wouldn't have been there. No disrespect. No disrespect, bro.
This conversation right here sums up how most people probably feel about the situation. The most delusional things I've ever seen.
And these are grown women.
My life. Acting like Max knows Wendy's whole lore. I didn't even know they had beef. Laughing emoji. He's chronically online.
Bitch, who are you? What?
No way he didn't know. He went missing for 2 months. This event is his comeback. You can't tell me he didn't know though. He obviously knows Wendy has clout right now, and it's not like he didn't do any research.
I did not know about any things you had going on.
Yeah.
With Krishan. I was made aware. Understood when you told me on stream.
Literally, he said he was made aware and then he handled it. And he literally told her to leave. And she said, I want to stay. He literally said, out of respect for my guest, you have to go. He quite literally picked her side. What are we talking about?
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I don't know Mac, but I know you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I know he wouldn't set me up like that. I think just in the moment, I heard she was here, and then I was like doing like.
Yo, go emote only. Go emote only. Emote only.
I was thinking about like, oh, Alabama said bad baby's pulling up, and I was like, wait, Krishan Rock is here, so I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I got mad. Obviously, I'm sorry. I came over here. I told you, and I think it was just like.
It's all good. I completely understand. I completely understand. Yeah. You feel me? You felt like it was some weird, funny business going on. That's why I wanted to situate it, because I didn't want you to feel like that. Because I fuck with you. You cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
You done nothing but show me love. You feel me? Want to keep everything smooth.
All good.
He didn't know? Please.
Oh my God.
And a narcissist.
Oh my God, bitch. This is not your fucking ex-boyfriend. This is not your fucking ex-boyfriend. You don't know these people. You don't know Wendy Ortiz. You don't know Plaque Max. You don't know DDG. What the fuck are you talking about? He's lying and he's a narcissist. You don't know shit. You have a beaver as a fucking profile picture. What are we talking about?
What he was doing. She's so naive.
Oh my God.
Get the point now. These fans are pretty doing. She's so naive.
Is this actually what she looked like? My baby, I'm not gonna lie. She's so naive. Yeah, she's so naive. Shit. Oh my God. Like, shit. I'm about to start looking at these profiles, bro. I'm about to put some shots up.
Naive. I think y'all get the point now. These fans are pretty delusional, and I want to spin back to
very delusional
show with her.
But I'm not gonna lie. If you have a show called In Too Deep, the people that are watching, especially Wendy's community, they are very in too deep.
In the 5
Bro, women love the word narcissist. They love the word gaslighter. They love the word manipulator. They love that shit.
Or remember, being that she said because Playboy Max is chronically online that he would know about the Wendy Ortiz and Krishan beef. When as someone who was literally chronically online for their job, I had no idea that was a thing. There are some people that are that delusional that they see such a big number from her and think that everybody in the world knows about Wendy, when generally that's not the case. I don't want to say it's just her fan base, but it's kind of unfortunate when you go into any collab she's has, any conversation or something like this where it's just a small misunderstanding of someone not knowing something and then immediately getting it cleared up, yet it's still an issue for her fans. Don't get me wrong, I don't feel like it's all unjustified because some of the hate that her fans give to other people makes a lot of sense, especially in situations where they are talking bad about her, which is something that also happened on Max's In Too Deep show with a specific contestant called Raya who seemed a little upset after Wendy
Girl, that's a booty hole.
Ortiz along with Delu actually won the competition.
I'm not gonna say
bro, it came down to popularity, bro. What do you expect? The girl with the most diehard lit community is obviously gonna win if it comes down to popularity, bro. And then y'all came in and y'all did whatever y'all could to try to win. I respect it. I mean, they made amends though. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think they were really on speaking terms before this shit. So maybe they should have won. Yeah.
anything negative, but it is a little obvious that that girl's fan base is just insane. We experienced it yesterday, so I feel like we low-key won, to be honest. Like him, me.
If yes,
and then she didn't even say nobody's names, and then she took it as disrespect. That girl, she didn't say Silky's name either.
This just sounds like a jealous girl upset she didn't win.
I mean, obviously she's upset, bro, because you got to also see it from her perspective, right? She's coming in, she's doing whatever she got to do. She's making amends with Silky because before this whole shit, they weren't seeing eye to eye. She wasn't collaborating with him. The whole first day, she was reacting to Silky talk to other girls. Max brought her on, And her whole storyline was basically trying to win her man back and like, you know, be all lovey-dovey again, right? So she played her position. She's sitting on his lap. He's got her hands on her stomach and shit like that, right? Then you got Wendy coming in. First she's with DDG. Then she's with Ben. Then she's with D-Lou, who's supposed to be the love doctor. And it's like, they end up winning. And it was like, D-Lou, it wasn't really giving that they liked each other. It was more like D-Lou was just chasing her. She was like, I seen a clip where she gave D-Lou her email and he dead emailed her saying, I'm thinking about you. Like, they had a cool little dynamic, but it wasn't giving like lovey-dovey. It was giving like funny dynamic. You know what I mean? And even Ben said it. He said, bro, she could have got up there with a pillow and she would have won. And a lot of her fan base actually agreed with that because they show her unconditional love. You feel me? I just think at the end of the day, I don't think she should be receiving any hate for that though. You feel me? Because it's like, how are you going to get mad at somebody for actually having a good fan base? I think it just should have been on some like all-star shit where there should have been a popular vote. And then there should have been like actual fucking judges who are like watching the whole thing. Maybe they could have had Dabo, Corey, and maybe they could have like had Dabo, Corey, Yugi maybe, or you know what I mean? Maybe the eliminated people could cast votes or something. I don't know. You feel me?
That's the vibe that almost anybody got from this. Wendy viewer, FaZe viewer, random person who might have caught the stream or even saw the TikTok clip. And because of this,
so of course you're gonna feel some type of way.
Actually, ride or dies for Wendy are gonna be upset that you're throwing shade at her over a small competition. Well, it's not.
It was not even her saying that though. Everybody was saying that. DDG was saying that. Ben the Don was saying that.
That's small because that a cash prize, but still over something that didn't seem that big. And when they actually ended up seeing this clip, they sent it over to Wendy herself, who ended up reacting to it in a pretty tamed way. Anybody else I would expect to crash out, especially when this person has been showing fake love to you. All of a sudden it seems like they're hating on you for no real reason.
That girl's fan base.
That girl's?
Alright.
What?
It's just insane.
That girl is just mad she didn't win. Ooh. And then earlier she was like, oh, TikTok's trying to pin us against each other. Bitch, that's you. And then did you show her when she was like, congrats? Did you show her?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, yeah, but she's like keeping the composure though. What you want her to do? No! Oh my God! What you want her to do? You want her to sit there and drop on her knees and make a whole scene?
One fake love and
like at the end of the day, bro, it's just like, yeah, it's entertainment at the end of the day, bro. This is a segment. Like, you know what's crazy about like this Twitch shit, bro? The segment only matters while the segment is going on. As soon as it's over, everybody gives their opinion about it. The next day, people are looking for the next stream. What is today? Today's what? Tuesday? What is today's date? Today is Wednesday. So I think I think he's probably already live. He's probably going to do a whole debrief of that entire situation. He's going to talk about why he was gone for a month and a half. And then guess what? People aren't going to care anymore. Not that deep.
Somebody is very odd and
happy birthday, gang.
It's not surprising to me that her fan base, after seeing those clips and her initial fake reaction to Wendy winning, that they would go and want to send hate. Now, I don't ever think that's the real answer because you disagree with somebody or because somebody sneaked this is your favorite content creator. Still is very odd, but I could at least understand from their POV that is genuine hate and weird behavior.
I mean, yeah, it is weird. I mean, it is weird in terms of like, you know, like when you're in person and then it's like behind the scenes. But Raya's the type of person where if Wendy would have went and talked to her about it, she probably would have just said exactly how she felt though.
So they want to go out of their way to try and defend Wendy, which makes sense. A lot of her fan base is down to defend her no matter what she does and genuinely only wants the best for her. But
girls be just, girl drama is like, it's just like they be beefing for no reason. This should be exhausting.
Could be to her downfall. And
girls be so
like
catty.
That, yes, it can be justifiable. But when it comes to someone she was genuinely close with and who basically put her on the map for Twitch streaming, being DDG, it gets pretty odd, especially when her fans and even Wendy start showing hate towards him. And it all started off something that was meant to be a joke in the first place.
God, what did he just say? He just said vote for you. He was using it for his own advantage.
Yeah, that's what he did with the
the subs.
That's what I'm saying.
For his own advantage.
Obviously a simple joke, just saying that, yeah, Wendy was only...
Nah, there's always a little bit of truth in a joke. A joke, it's an exaggeration of the truth.
Stream for subs when we all know that's not true. They generally made some good content together.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
A good time, but outside of being parasocial,
shit, and then he was funding most of those streams that they were on anyway. Shit, I would want some money back too. What the fuck? If I'm paying for you to go to Japan, I'm fronting the bill on everything. I'm buying you a bag. I'm paying for the Hawaii trip. The only thing that you gotta cop is your flight. That shit add up, gang. What are we talking about?
Trying to infiltrate my own feelings into their vibes or clips. DDG is a well-known rapper, streamer, and YouTuber. And not to glaze him, but I'm pretty sure
he was already well-known before this shit.
Off when it comes to money. Along with Wendy, has an amazing following on Twitch, along with TikTok.
Yeah, she got a different demographic. She in a completely different lane.
When it comes to any type of content thing. This is obviously just meant to be a joke because DDG actually ended up picking her first night, but then left her when he had found somebody different. So she's just playing on that, being like, hey, yeah, he only picked her for the subs and was just using her for views. Nothing that should be taken that serious. Yet it seemed like both fan bases were actually upset about this. Wendy's because they felt like she was telling the truth. Obviously they didn't see it as a joke and were actually attacking DDG along with his saying that it's obvious that DDG just wants to use her for subs like everybody else does, basically putting Max under the bus and any other content creator that was throwing her any type of shade. While on the other hand, DDG's community was very off-put by that joke, literally saying that's not the case, pointing out what I said, that DDG wouldn't need to use her for subs.
That's what he did with the subs.
That's what I'm saying.
And y'all gotta understand, bro. When niggas is streaming, okay, listen, and then y'all be getting mad at me because I be telling y'all what's real. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when niggas is streaming, bro, y'all can't take everything serious or to heart, okay?
What did I say? I be saying this all the time, bro. 99.99999% of what you see on the internet, gang, is fake. It's fake. They're just doing, it's just all scripted, bro. It's for the camera, especially when it's IRL content. That shit is all for the clip. Everybody doing whatever they can, you feel me?
I've said shit, everybody say shit. That's how you make the shit go. At the end of the day, bro, everybody and their mama know, Wendy know, I don't have to use her for shiznagas.
Facts.
That's not even a thing. Y'all should know that. I'm sure she knows that. Bro,
DDG was finessing YouTube AdSense in 2017 during the adpocalypse. He was 19 years old, staying in a penthouse in LA, doing 3 vlogs a day. Trust me, he don't need her.
80% of my money, even when I went to Japan, comes from ads. You can't watch my stream without catching an ad, bro.
This was from DDG's most recent stream where he tried to clear the air and explain everything that was going down, just informing his chat and her community that he actually doesn't need her for subs. And that's not even where he makes the majority of his money. But even outside of that, it's pretty odd that people would jump to that conclusion. And again, yes, I'm putting this on both DDG's chat along with hers. If he personally did not take this as shade and just saw it as a funny joke on stream, then there's no reason that his community should be going out of their way to take offense on his behalf. That's pretty weird. But also, people on Wendy's side in her community were going very hard in all types of comment sections, going hard in all types of places to the point where DDG felt like he had to talk about it. Not only to help Wendy, but also to inform her community that they are ruining her chances of getting bigger because of the way
because people feel like they gotta walk on eggshells because they know that shit could get toxic.
They're treating people, and it showed a lot from Max's Into Deep.
Yo, how do y'all feel about that? Y'all think that's true?
Specifically talk to Wotion right now. What y'all doing is, bro, y'all making people scared of Wendy. When y'all getting these comments and y'all saying all this crazy
shit. And they were instigating like crazy. They were in Riot chat going crazy, Deja chat going crazy, in Wendy's chat saying that they call her enchilada and all that stuff, bro. Oh my God.
And y'all not understanding, this shit's fake, guys. Like, you gotta understand, Wendy's not actually dating D-Lou. Okay, it's a show. You think niggas is really acting like this in real life?
Nah, she never gonna see D-Lou again. Maybe she might run a stream with him, but Nah.
It's a show. When y'all try to make that crossover from real life, from and content and fucking entertainment, that's where y'all fuck up at as a fan base. And what y'all doing, y'all putting her in a pickle where y'all making motherfuckers scared to even fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making niggas not want to fuck with her. All this bullying y'all doing to girls, all this bullying y'all doing to niggas that she collabing with, y'all fucking her up, bro, in the long run, because collaborations is how you win. A motherfucker be scared to collab with her. They don't give, it's not about numbers. It's not about none of that shit. It's about building a community.
Yeah. Right in this scenario. And specifically talking broadly, imagine you're a content creator that wants to collab with Wendy. You open up Twitter to see that Wendy's entire fan base is attacking Playboy Max because he didn't know one detail about her. Imagine seeing that as another guy.
Yeah, they're literally pushing the narrative that he knew about all this shit and that he had malicious intentions and that he set her up out of everybody. He was the one, you know what I mean? Like, he specifically set her up and it's blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's a dating show. They're bringing everybody who everybody got history with. What are you talking about? And he didn't even know about the Krishan shit.
Good that might want to collab with her. Now do you do a bunch of research so you're informed about her? Now do you sit back and just not do the collab at all? Because
it's like a bunch of question marks.
Something that they might not like. Now you're consistently getting attacked. Now I wouldn't say it's on the level of certain other fan bases. People just saying mean things to you in your comment section is actually pretty tame for what they could possibly be doing, but still would cause a lot of people to not want to do any types of streams, YouTube videos, or sort of collabs with you, because now they feel like they're walking on eggshells just to have fun and make content. And that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for her, she actually does feed into her fan base, which I feel like
she does.
A big no when it comes to having a fan base that people already were.
I mean, but she, like, you gotta understand, like, she's still so new to this shit that she's gonna eventually figure that out.
As toxic, specifically in this instance with DDG, that apparently has them unfollowing each other and literally breaking off connections, because after these clips went out, she ended up going on her IG story and saying they love how
this shit is crazy. They love how supportive my people are until it no longer benefits them. She trying to make it seem like he just using her, and the moment that he's just done with her, he just throws her to the curb. Like, that's not the case.
Supportive my people are until it no longer benefits them. Anyway, thank you guys for everything. Now, in that clip, yes, DDG is definitely throwing shade at her fan base, not even Wendy as.
And the crazy thing is, like, he invited her to this whole streaming world. Like, a lot of the opportunities that she got was because she was an extension of DDG. She's a part of his lore. You know, so she's having an opportunity to build a completely different audience outside of the regular audience that she has. You feel me? So it's like, yo, like, are you really being thrown to the curb? No.
Creator. He didn't say anything bad about her and literally talked about how he wanted her to do well. Yet it just seems like she's breaking off a connection with him because of how her fans are acting, which she can't really control, but at the same time could at least condemn their actions. And this caused him to later go on Twitter and reply to her saying, nah, that IG story sneak diss is crazy. Laughing emoji. Y'all was right. I was tripping. Now, maybe it's just that I don't understand.
Y'all think they're gonna be friends again?
Why this would break somebody up? Purely because he's talking about her fan.
Nah, because he feels like, damn, like, I did so much for you and I looked out for you and you just constantly dissing me. You just and DDG, he's big on respect, especially in his friendship. So it's like, yo, you just throwing me under the bus and you making it seem like I'm just leeching off you, when in reality that's not even the case. Like, imagine you do something for someone and they just throw all that shit out the window and make it seem like it's just one-sided. You feel me?
Being toxic.
That shit is crazy.
Did you even hear anybody I put up in this video outside of like Aiden Ross say that they have a problem with Wendy? It was mainly her fan base every single time. Even with the Raya situation, they were talking about her fans. Not Wendy as a person throwing shade at her, calling her bad.
I told you, all that shit was a reaction to her fan base. Literally.
Her fake, calling her anything. It's purely her fans, and it seems like she is enabling her fans, not only allowing them to do it, but basically
no, she says, she's like, oh, like, it's a problem when I do it, but when they do it, it's like okay, when in reality it's like Y'all are the ones that started it.
Them to do it. And we get that actual insight from Silky, who was on In Too Deep and got to see it firsthand.
Yo, her base will enable, and it's like you could really see that somebody is heavily influenced by it. Cause like Wendy, yo bro, I literally sat there and spoke to Wendy, right? And she seemed like a normal person, right? She is a normal person. And she goes on TikTok, she looks at her comments, she looks at her shit, and she's like, nah, that's true, that's right. Nah, that was happening. Bro, these are people that's not living in your world.
Yes.
Like you gotta have a realization. These are people that's not living in your world, Wendy.
Right.
They are living through you, and they think that every single emotion that you're supposed to have is because of how they're feeling at home, my nigga.
Right.
That shit is corny.
Don't get me wrong. Every fan base,
nah, he's right about that.
No matter how pure or nice it might be, is going to have a toxic side. And I feel like it's up to the creators of that fan base, specifically when you talk about content creation, to make sure that they don't control them at all. Because once you see as a fan that you can get under this content creator skin, or that you can get them to move and feel how you feel, you're going to basically continuously do that. Because it doesn't matter how much the fans might hate you doing something. At the end of the day, you're the content creator. You can collab with whoever you want. You can do it whatever you want. But if you're just getting enabled by your fans and you just do whatever,
that's not good.
Whatever they want to feel,
at all.
Then their toxicity is only going to grow more, and you're doing nothing to stop.
Yeah, it reminds me of how it was when Neon first started, when he was just constantly reading his chat, bro. Like, streamers just be so caught up in what their chat is saying, and it's like you really just got to think for yourself, bro. Dead ass, because these, especially nowadays, these like new age stream viewers, they want to see everybody beef, bro. They want to see a bloodbath.
And that's what I feel like is happening with Wendy right here. Yes,
agreed.
Fans could be on the more toxic side, but as long as she didn't enable them or allow them to continue to grow this type of toxicity and feel like it was okay, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because every fan base is toxic in some way.
Hell yeah.
It's just how enables them and allows them to do that toxicity. And throughout all this time, maybe I just didn't find it, but I didn't see any clips of her outright telling her fans not to do or attack certain people. I'm pretty sure they might be there. Personally,
I mean, this shit's still manageable, bro. We not at that point yet.
I couldn't find them. Maybe that's just on me, bad journalism, I don't know. But overall, I feel like Wendy just has to have a sit down with not only her fan base, but anybody they have attacked or felt like they have had controversy with, and explain to them that this is not real life. Content creation is fake. It's entertainment. And some things that get said and some things that happen should not be taken that seriously. But at the end of the day, that's just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do that would be the comment section down.
Shout out Novely, man. That's my boy, bro. Nah, he right though. What are people saying? Bro, she delivered absolutely nothing to that whole stream, and she got with Delu at the last minute, who wasn't even a contestant to begin with. That's why the ones who actually watched the stream know she didn't deserve it. Is there a lie told? Her fans attacked her close friends, sister, Mexican collabs, and now Twitch collabs. These are grown women. I've seen some 45-ish looking ones living through a 21-year-old TikToker / streamer. Oh my God. Her fans would be her downfall. Raya was kind of justified, not exactly in thinking she was going to win, but the fact that it was rigged. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Damn. Nah, yeah, they right. They right. It's really the community, bro, at the end of the day.